Right now. Yeah. Hey guys, what is up? My name is Michaela Smith Campbell, the fashion designer and founder for the fashion design brand MACK Smith, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I am super excited to be doing this video because I am going to be going over the top 5 recent Hispanic owned fashion design brands. And I am super excited to be doing this video because as an Afro Latina, I think it's super important to bring light a lot of Hispanic owned fashion brands within the fashion industry. And I also did a video for Black owned fashion design brands too within the industry. So definitely check that video out. Again, I think it's super important to bring Hispanic, Black owned, women owned, just minority owned brands to light. Because I feel like there are not talked about enough. Especially Hispanic owned brands. I have not heard about really any Hispanic owned brands until I was doing research, because I just feel like with Hispanic owned brands in the fashion industry are not even like mentioned whatsoever. I know it's like been a more of a popular thing speaking about Black owned brands, but I don't think Hispanic owned brands get talked about as enough as Black owned brands or woman owned brands, or really at all. I haven't really heard about any Hispanic owned brand or a lot of Hispanic designers within the fashion industry. So I'm super excited to share this video with you guys. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and also give this video a thumbs up as well. Let's get into it. The first Hispanic owned brand is called Selva Negra, and that is by Kristen Gonzalez. And she is a Mexican Filipino designer based in LA. Kristen Gonzalez, she started her brand at 25 years old while also being a design instructor at the Otis College of Art and Design. This fashion brand focuses on women's wear apparel and accessories priced around $125 to $700. And this brand that she founded in 2016 does create all of the garments and items either in LA or Peru. And what I do love about this brand that really stood out to me was that she really focuses on a lot of eco-conscious practices. So more than 50% of the textiles and the fabrics that she does work with are natural fiber fabric or locally sourced in the USA from dead stock fabrics from other design brands. And another eco-conscious practice that she does do is she makes her production in small batches. So she has only a certain exclusive amount of certain designs, like certain t-shirts, certain dresses that she makes in small batches, and when they sell out, they sell out. And that also does help with the brand exclusivity. And her brand is really for people who do love the colorful, festival and cultural attire. And literally, you guys, on the website, when I was looking at all of her garments and her products, it was just so fun. It was like an explosion of just color. It was an explosion of just statement pieces that really stuck out to me. I love the print. Again, for you guys who have been following for a minute now on my channel, I am a huge fan of color blocking. I love prints, and this is really one that stuck out to me, and I really wanted to do this as well because I just love the way that her designs incorporate prints so well. And I think that her brand does know how to work with colors as well, very well, while being ethically sourced. She also hires a lot of sewing operators and production laborers under livable, fair wages and clean working conditions. Again, if you guys know anything about the fashion industry, that's not always the case with a lot of sewing operators, especially the people who are making the garment. They don't always have the fair, livable wages or clean, safe working environmental conditions. So she really does prioritize those values a lot within her brand. And then also what I really love about this brand and designer is that she donates a lot of her proceeds to nonprofits such as the National Immigration Justice, the Wildlife Conservation, and also Planned Parenthood, just to name a few. And then she's very size inclusive as well. And again, we're seeing a lot of these newer, smaller, local brands brands and designers really think about their people. This is why, another reason, it is super, super important to support a lot of these minority-owned brands, whether it's Black-owned, Hispanic-owned, because they really do think about their own communities, their people, what we want. They can just better connect with us. They hire within their communities, and they're just really community-based. Obviously, just going over some of the values that Kristen Gonzalez and her brand does incorporate, this really does show. This is definitely one to look out for. The next Hispanic owned brand is called Ebby by Renata Black, and it was co-founded by actress Sofia Vergara. What I love about the founder, obviously we know Sofia Vergara as an actress, but the designer Renata Black, she actually went to school for business and she studied microfinance in India. And it was also in India where she decided that she wanted to create a shapewear and lingerie brand for women. And what I really loved about this brand is that it was really woman focused forward. The co-founder Renata Black was also featured in WSJ magazine and Style magazine, and she also spoke about microfinance and business at prestigious schools such as Harvard and MIT. And what I really loved about this brand is that it was female led, it was Hispanic owned, it's size inclusive, and it's also purpose driven. And when it comes to purpose, the brand also has a huge purpose in teaching microfinance to a lot of women in poverty who cannot afford education, and just women all around the world. And what I love about this brand is that it's so purpose driven. It does donate 10% of its proceeds to the 7 Bar Foundation, which is a nonprofit that raises funds to microfinance institutions to help impoverished women start and expand their businesses. So I really love that. I mean, I think that was another reason why I wanted to do a lot more deeper, in-depth research for this brand when I did find that they had a strong purpose and also building other women and their brands up, teaching women about finance, business, marketing. I thought that was super important. And I also love the fact that because this is an undergarment, underwear, lingerie, shapewear brand, a lot of their prices are very affordable. A lot of their seamless underwear were around $17 to $27 for their price range within their whole website. So we're looking at seamless bras, seamless underwear, seamless onesie. They have certain mesh lingerie on there, and all of them are very affordable, most of them being under $50. So I think this is very relatable to the average consumer's price range, average consumer, middle class person and woman. I love how they keep their prices very relatable for everybody. I love how they're for everybody as well, while creating a purpose and being very size inclusive. And I think the story, just like the background story of the actual founder and her purpose and her background in micromanaging, I think it's just so inspiring, and just seeing that she's actually trying to help other women all around the world is just super important. And she actually found that purpose while she was studying microfinance in India, and she wanted to spread it globally. So I thought that was super important. Definitely check the website out. It's ebby.com. They're great. A lot of their shapewear is for everybody, you guys, in all different size range and styles and colors. And they're great stocking stuffers as well for the holidays too. The next brand that I definitely had to put on this list, I've been following these sisters for years now, probably like 4 or 5 years, literally for the longest time. Like as soon as I started studying in college, I literally found them across Instagram, and their brand is called Coco and Breezy by the twin sisters Coriana and Brianna Dotson. And I honestly love them, you guys. They're also Afro Latina. They're half African American and half Puerto Rican as well. I fell in love when I came across their page on Instagram like years ago. I fell in love with their aesthetic. They create optical eyewear and also glasses, sunglasses, shades that are just so retro, so futuristic, artsy, and just so different and out there. And I honestly fell in love with their like retro, edgy aesthetic so much. I've never actually bought anything of theirs, but I definitely want to get into their sunglasses. I'm a huge sunglass kind of girl, and I love sunglasses, and they have really cool sunglasses. Their prices are around like $250. You've seen a lot of celebrities wear their sunglasses, such as Nicki Minaj, Lady Gaga, Prince. They've too been doing this for such a long time, you guys. They actually started their business in their studio apartment in 2009 in New York, and they've been operating since. Now they're like on a global level, so you see them in North America, you see them in Canada, and they're really expanding into different countries and growing so vastly. And they also have merchandise, and they DJ too. They perform at a lot of parties, and they're also very popular socialites too, so they do market and brand themselves very well. They do a lot of networking, which I really respect too, because growing your business so vastly, it does require a lot of networking and just branching out to different stylists, designers, celebrities. I think it's just super unique just seeing two twin sisters just grow a brand together that they started from their small apartment, and it just grew so much, and now they're networking with everybody in the game, and their eyeglasses are inspired by pop culture and music, something that they love to do and they're passionate about as well. Next up, another fashion design brand that is Hispanic owned. It's called Sensi Studio, and it is owned by Stephanie Sensi, who founded her brand in 2010. And this is more so a resort wear brand that sells sundresses, it sells straw hats for both men and women, it sells straw bags, it sells home decor. And the designer Stephanie Sensi, she's actually from Ecuador, and a lot of her products and garments are actually created from artisans from Ecuador too. She hires people within her own communities. It's also super important to hire from your own communities. Don't get enough credit or opportunity. So I definitely love how she definitely uplifts and supports her own community. And a lot of the garments that she works with are natural garments, which I love. And a lot of them are like the linens, the cottons, and the straw especially. She's known for her resort wear straw hats. And these hats, you guys, they're so eclectic and they're just so cool. It's not your everyday like straw regular kind of silhouetted hat. She has different silhouettes for her hats. She has ribbons in her hat. She has fringe, like straw fringe on her hat, just like weird eclectic stuff, which I really love and I live for. And her designs and her collection is really for tropical getaways, summer vacation, beach days, hot summer days. But resort wear, no matter when you're traveling, anytime in the year, no matter where you live, is always relevant, even though people might only want to wear for summer. But even when you're traveling, you guys, and you're going on vacation, you're going on trips, resort wear, I definitely would recommend checking her out. A lot of her prices range from like $100 to $500, and they're from sizes extra small to extra large. So they're not as inclusive with like extra small or anything more than extra large, but I mean a lot of the pieces do look very comfortable. A lot of the pieces are accessories. She has like a crazy amount of different design handbags. She has a crazy amount of hats, and her hats come in different sizes. It's not a one size fits all kind of hat. She actually has small, medium, or large size hats with the dimensions, which you don't always find in other retail stores. For the most part, they just have OS, which just is like one size fits all. As we know, one size does not always fit all. So I definitely love how that she thought of that design and just being inclusive for sizing and hats. Last but certainly not least, another Hispanic owned designer that you need to be on the lookout for is Valerie Madison Fine Jewelry by Valerie Madison. Valerie Madison, she's also another Afro Latina based in Seattle, Washington. And just a fun fact, she is the only Afro Latina person of color who's a jeweler in Seattle. So I love how she's changing the norm of that area and region in Washington State. She works with custom jewelry, she works with fine jewelry, she works with engagement, wedding jewelry. She just has like a whole slot of jewelry, any kind of jewelry craftsman or jewelry topic that you would need for a certain event or just for casual wear, she has. And one thing I do love is she works with different metals. She predominantly works with recycled 14 karat gold, 18 karat gold, and platinum. And you guys, for me, I'm very picky when it comes to my jewelry. Like if I'm gonna wear silver jewelry, it has to be real silver or real gold jewelry, just so that I can wear it forever, the rest of my life, unless I lose it or it breaks on me. But She doesn't do anything gold filled. She doesn't do anything gold plated or vermel. Like, she doesn't do any of that. It's solid gold she works with and works with only. And I thought it was interesting that she also works with recycled gold too. I've never heard of recycled gold. This is one of the things I'm talking about. These smaller owned brands, these minority owned brands, they think outside the box, whereas a retailer, I mean, some of them are kind of late to the game, but these smaller owned brands, minority owned brands, they work with purpose. And that's what I really love. Like recycled gold, like I literally, when I was researching this brand, I never heard of recycled gold. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have ever heard of recycled gold, because I never have heard of recycled gold. I didn't know that you could recycle gold. He also works with a lot of exotic gemstones too, and classic styles, as well as diamonds. Of course, because this is a jewelry brand, the prices do vary, some being from a couple hundred to a couple thousand of dollars on her website, but I do definitely think it's worth it. Obviously, you're working with fine jewelry that is solid gold. What you buy is definitely the price and the value that you're buying into, that you can wear over and over again. Okay, you guys, so that concludes today's video. Hope you guys caught on to some of these brands that you may have never heard of or have heard of. Let me know in the comments below. Also, I want to know if you guys know of any Hispanic owned fashion designers or brands too, and within the industry. Comment below so I can go check them out too. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.